So welcome. We're going to talk about a balance challenge in that, and you ask, what does that mean? And what a balance challenge is the thing that we need to do with our bodies is have as much balance as possible. Our lives are non-symmetrical. You know, we have this tendency to sit one direction. We ride in the car, we get out the same direction. So balance is, how do I get my muscles to work the way they should work in balance in that? The other thing with balance is balance is something that you have unlimited amounts of balance, and that will show you guy standing on a upside down volleyball, but juggling at the end, and so you'll see that. But balance is what every great athlete has. Everybody that does well, everybody that's agile, everybody that can do well, balance is that common denominator. Even when we look like an athlete that crosses sports, it's not that they're so good at that individual sport, but when they have balance, they become better at that sport more easily. In that, first really was exposed to balance in 1999. I was one of the doctors for the World Championships in skiing in Vail, Colorado, and I spent a lot of times with the Austrian ski team. And Hermann Maier was by far the best skier in the world at that time. And his whole team, he talked about that the most important thing we could have is balance in athletics, and that whoever is the strongest, farthest away from their body, which is balance, wins. And actually was a video they showed of him standing on a gym ball, one of those great big exercise balls. He was standing on it. They had 3 people with tubing around him, and they would take turns pulling on the tubing, and they could not pull him off the ball. He was a phenomenal, to watch him ski was just phenomenal. How aggressive they call him the Herminator, after the movie Terminator, but the Herminator, because he was so aggressive coming down the hill. 2000, he took a horrendous fall at the 2000 Olympics, and that came back and won the gold medal in the next event. And he owed it to his training, his balance training. So at all ages, from 1 year, as soon as we walk, so 2, 3, 4, up to 100 years old, balance is something that protects us. So the balance challenge is that you're going to stand on one foot. So you stand up on both feet, you lift one foot up, and then you take 60 seconds, and how often do you have to touch your foot that you have off the ground on the ground? You do it with your right foot, then your left foot, then you do it with your right foot with your eyes closed, your left foot with your eyes closed. So 4 minutes, you're going to try the balance challenge. And your goal is to do all 4 minutes without touching the ground in that. We're going to talk in 2 weeks about how we add balance and strength, but balance is tremendously important. I took a class out in California about 15 years ago, and with just 3 simple exercises, they were able to reduce falling in people 70 plus by 80%. It's something we can learn at any stage of our life in that. So like so many workouts, and I think that we think that if we work out for an hour, we do not have to do other activities. The healthiest people in the world are movement people, and they challenge their balance in some way all the time because they're moving all the time. So when you talk about the balance challenges, that we'd like you to commit 4 minutes, 6 times a day to the balance challenge. And again, my balance challenge is I stand on one foot, my right foot, if I choose that foot, for a minute with my foot up in the air. I try to not touch my foot at all. I do my left foot, I do my right foot with my eyes closed, my left foot, my eyes closed. Then we're going to talk about how we move that into getting stronger. But one of the things that happens with athletes all the time, or people in general that want to get in shape, is that they work out in around 21 days. They start to have more issues than they had working out. A lot of people say, it's horrible. I feel worse now than I'm working out. Because if I'm in balance, my strength starts to even make that imbalance greater. So I need to have balanced muscles in my back before I start getting them stronger. I need to have balanced muscles in my legs before I get them stronger. Balanced muscles in my upper body and neck before I get them stronger. So balance is key. So the balance challenge is just real simple. We're going to have you stand up on one foot. You don't have to, this is a great yoga pose in that, so you don't have to use this yoga pose in that, but you really would just bring it up, and you're going to stand there. Eyes open, eyes closed, each leg one at a time on that. When we talk about it, and this is a great video if you YouTube it, but it's just an average person, average age, no extra talents, but has got it where he can stand on one foot and he can juggle. It's way, way cool what he can do as far as it goes. But we all have that ability. Balance is unlimited. It's people that are on tightrope ropes and are juggling fire torches and that. It's just practice over a long period of time. and it will protect you from falls, or protect you from injuries. It will protect your knees, your ankles. Everything is around balance in that. So again, the balance challenge isn't closing up. Maybe the most important thing you could do, we're going to start out real simple. You're just going to stand on one foot, hold the other foot off the ground, do that for 60 seconds, count how many times you have to touch your other foot, keep track of that. And in 2 weeks, we really hope that you can keep your eyes open, your eyes closed with balance. From there, we're going to talk about balance on a gym ball or on a bossy ball as this person's on. We're going to talk about balance as far as using tubing exercises with balance. But how do we do some kind of motion challenge balance all the time at the grocery store, when I'm waiting, for somebody at a sidewalk? I get to my car, I get in the house. I want to do, again, balance challenges all the time. So enjoy this. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll talk about adding balance and how now do we add strength to balance.